was so desperate for my husband's love, I almost fell for his handsome young assistant. But the truth wasn't in the affair. It was in the phone call. My husband wasn't just cheating. He had 2 wives. "Good morning," or rather, "Good morning, young man." I was startled, interrupted by a knock on my own door. The time was 10:15 a.m. "My name is David," the young man said. "I'm the legal assistant. Your husband, Victor, sent me." Ah, Victor. I had forgotten his auxiliary staff was coming today. I apologize. I was distracted. I showed David to the study. "You can work there, and I will bring down the documents for you to review," I told him. As I turned, I felt his eyes on me. I asked, "Why are you staring so much?" He seemed embarrassed. "Pardon me," he said. "I didn't mean to be disrespectful. It's just that I never imagined the doctor, I mean your husband, had such a beautiful wife." His compliment, delivered with such careful respect, felt like a dangerous spark in the dry kindling of my marriage. "If you need anything before I leave, just ask," I told him, and then I left the house, calling a taxi. My car had broken down again, and Victor never seemed to have time to get it fixed. My whole life was a series of small, broken promises. Suddenly, David ran out. "Wait, madam," he called. "Please, don't take a taxi. Let me drive you." He gestured toward his small motorbike. I hesitated. "I won't ride that. I've never been on a scooter before. I'm afraid." He smiled, challenging me. "When I first saw you, I thought you were a brave woman." I sighed. "I am. Take me." As I climbed onto the small seat, my arms hesitantly wrapped around his waist, I whispered, "I'm trusting you completely." David's proximity, his warmth, was a terrifying comfort. It had been so long since I felt close to anyone.
The loneliness was suffocating. I spent my days and nights alone, while Victor, my husband, was perpetually away. "I love you," he'd say over the phone, "but my job requires me to be here. This is for our future." But I felt the marriage slipping away. "Victor, since we married, you spend more time with your work than with me," I would plead. I asked him desperately to find work closer to home, just for 1 year so we could be together. He promised he would, but the hollow sound of his voice offered no reassurance. Days later, I was watching a film alone when his phone rang. He was in his office talking to someone. He tried to ignore the call, but I insisted. "Answer it, my love. It must be important." He finally answered. "Hello? My darling, I was just thinking of you. When are you coming home? I miss you so much." My blood ran cold. The voice on the other end was a woman, not his secretary, not a client, a lover. "I miss you too," she cooed. "When will you be here? I feel so cold without you." Victor's responses were vague, cold, and riddled with lies. "I'm doing something very important. I'll call you later." He hung up quickly. I looked at Victor, my composure shattered. "Who was that?" I demanded. "Don't tell me you're jealous," he replied, feigning offense. "I would never have eyes for another woman but you, my life." I nodded, pretending to believe him, but the crack in our life was now a chasm. My growing suspicion fueled a dangerous game with David, Victor's assistant. He came to my house often, and I found myself looking forward to his visits. One day, after he finished his work, I gave him a small gift. "Thank you for your help, David. You know, I was thinking, I would like to invite you out." "But you are a married woman, Madam Olivia," he replied, his eyes reflecting his desire. "I know," I admitted. "So I want to invite you out as friends. Don't you want to be my friend?" The game escalated. I knew I found him attractive, but my intention was to expose my husband's hypocrisy, not to commit a crime of passion. I challenged David to a dangerous game. "I propose a bet. I bet you can kiss me without touching my lips. David, eager and confident, accepted the wager. I closed my eyes, and he kissed the air near my mouth. I lost, I confessed, realizing the depth of the temptation. But this isn't right, David. I have a husband. David was relentless. A husband who doesn't love you, I would make you very happy. I would never leave you alone. His words were the siren call of the affection I craved. My husband's emotional neglect was driving me into the arms of the one man who could reveal the entire truth. The climax arrived a month later. Victor returned from his work trip. I hadn't cooked. "I'm tired, Victor. I'm going out to eat," I told him. He barely noticed. "Fine. Did the assistant come by?" "Yes, he's inside." I went to the study. David was packing up his documents. "Those papers belong to Victor," I noticed. "I'll take them to him." I planned a surprise. I would finally show Victor the love he was neglecting. But before I could, David confessed. "I need to talk to you about what happened last time, Olivia. Forget that moment. It wasn't right." I was confused. "You're going to deny that you felt something for me?" I challenged. Before he could answer, the front door burst open. It was Victor, but he wasn't alone. A woman, Sophia, stood beside him, her face tight with anger. "Olivia," Victor bellowed, "what is he doing here? I'm tired of your scenes in my own house." "Your house?" a second furious voice echoed. "Sophia." She looked at me, then at Victor. "Who is she, Jimmy? I am your wife." The truth exploded. "No, I am his wife," I screamed back. "We've been married for a year." Sophia laughed bitterly. "We've been married for a year. Now I understand his constant trips and his coldness. You were the mistress." "No, I didn't even know you existed." We were two victims confronting the same liar. Victor, cornered, admitted to nothing. Then Sophia dropped the ultimate bomb. "I came here to give you a surprise, Victor. We're going to have a child." Victor looked from Sophia's pregnant belly to me. "Calm down, Andrea. We can start over." I grabbed my purse, my dignity the last thing I possessed. "No. When you break a cup, you can glue it, but the cracks always remain. And sooner or later, they will break again. I want a divorce. And this house is mine now." As Victor screamed, pulling at his hair, and Sophia broke down weeping over her ruined life, I looked at David, who had witnessed the entire disastrous climax. "Thank you for your support, David," I whispered, the irony heavy in my voice. "Let's play that game again, shall we? The game where you love me."